Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. If you can hear me, say something. Hello, hello, hello. We are live, taking questions, answering questions. Um, Talking about Australia and New Zealand visa. If you can hear me, say hi. Let me post this to. All right, let's post it. Share, 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 share to. All right. Hi everyone, I'm back. Thank you for your likes. Oh my gosh, the people that are coming are liking it. If you are a Nigerian, happy independence. If you are from everywhere in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Right here it is. What's the time here? 5 minutes past 6 p.m. in Western Australia. How are you? Thank you guys. Hello. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, guys. Happy Independence. If you are Nigerian, no matter how, it go better, it go better, it go better. Oh, yes. Now our motherland, we can't throw it away. One day it go better, it go better. How is everyone? DM is full again. I couldn't come back the next day after the previous live, but I'm here again. Shoot your question. Let's go. Let's go. All right. New Zealand. A lot of people are now inquiring about New Zealand. New Zealand, I always say it is a beautiful country. Nigeria is great. Thank you. Thank you. Nigeria is great. It's our motherland. God bless Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. Okay. Yes. Yes. There's nothing. Go east, go west. There is no place like home. But we'll go east, make money, good life. Go west, make money, good life. But home is home. All right. Without wasting much time, let's talk about visas. Drop your question as you come. Drop your question. Now, many people are talking about New Zealand. Some people don't really know much yet about it. I've made so many videos about New Zealand. Maybe I haven't made much, but at least I've made sure I've made video on how to get a job in New Zealand. And I've said to you, because now these agents now that notice that people are shifting, talking about New Zealand more than even uh, um some other country. People never knew New Zealand before. People don't even talk about New Zealand. They think it's one weird, awkward, maybe island or somewhere, whatever, whatever. But now there's so many awareness. There are people creating awareness about New Zealand. There is this guy that made posts about New Zealand. I think he lives in New Zealand. He's on Facebook. And once he makes videos, people will be on my DM asking me questions about some visas he has mentioned. I think when he makes the videos, he doesn't give details. He just tell you what to do because he believes that the followers should go and research, which is doable. People are expected to do their research. And then the question comes, I'm going to try and make a video on the easiest way to migrate to New Zealand, which will be through some simple studies pathway, which also still will need to warrant you to do some certain things. You can't just get it for free anyway, but it's the cheapest and the quickest if you are lucky. Okay. However, that information needs to be provided for people to use it. Okay. Telling me to drop update. Fidelis, I'm talking now. You should be like listening now as with a yarn. Okay. I don't give people visa. I don't give people anything like that. So telling me drop update, I'm already dropping update. Now, one thing for sure you should know is that I always tell people you can never get New Zealand visa, work visa without a job offer from New Zealand. Someone said the other day, why are people where there are no a lot of migrants in New Zealand? There are migrants in New Zealand, but the thing is that the immigration process is that you need to get a job. And then I need to tell you something. Getting a job in New Zealand is doable. For example, last year, a lot of Nigerian nurses moved to New Zealand with caregiver visa. When people don't even know about it, they did it in low codedly from Nigeria. I'm not talking about people from UK, Nigerian UK, Japa system. I'm talking about right from Nigeria, okay? So when you know this process, you follow it. I made a video I made a video, I showed process. If you're a caregiver, what you do to get, you need to go find a job. There is Seek New Zealand, there is Indeed New Zealand, there is, you can go to Google and say list of New Zealand job sites, okay? Sometimes when you see a job, even if it's a local job, you can apply. But when they say you need to show a right to work, you know that visa is not for you, okay? However, some companies, when they look and look, they don't see, they will go back to the drawing board and check the other people that have made application that they don't have right. That's when the sponsorship comes to play. Because most of the time, the company will want people local. However, most of the time, they don't get them. And what do they do when they don't get them? They go back and look at other applicants that have applied that don't have right to work. If that visa, if that job has specified that you must have a right to work in that country. I also say to people, even Australia, okay, sometimes slide into their DM. When I mean slide into the DM, is not go there and not talking about love. You're going there to talk about job and be specific with your CV and a little introduction. And you're not saying you're running away from their country. You just need to be specific on what you want and drop your CV for their convenience, okay? Then you move away and see how the fate plays. But you need to make that movement, okay? You cannot, the agent has started again, you cannot get any work visa in New Zealand without a job offer, okay? New Zealand has two pathways for skilled migrants, okay? I'm going to talk about New Zealand visitor visa and how you can use it to work after I finish this one about the skilled workers, okay? The skilled workers in New Zealand, you need to do verification of your qualification. The visa is on my channel. When you click New Zealand playlist, the video and detailed explanation, step-by-step guide on how to assess your qualification is easier in New Zealand. It's very straightforward because all they need is your qualification. They will contact the school and analyze it, okay? Then you get a certificate, by the way. Then when you are looking for a job, it has to be in your CV so that they know that you've already verified your qualification, okay? Now, the agents are telling people they can give them New Zealand work visa without a job. It is not Australia. Do not mistake things. Australia and New Zealand, their visa process is different, okay? For Australia, there are visas you can get without job offer, like 491, 190, 189. There are some provinces, they don't need your job offer. All they need is for you to follow the process, do the right thing. If they nominate you, you apply for a visa. But for New Zealand, there is no way you will get a nomination without a job offer. You need to have a job offer. They have a green list, which is the list of occupation. So when you check the green list, there are visas, there are occupations that will require you to go straight to permanent residence when you get job offer. And there are some that you cannot go straight. You need to do temporary resident for 2 years before you go to permanent resident. So listen and listen right, because the agents are doing this again because a lot of people are pushing for New Zealand, okay? More videos on New Zealand. There is a work visa. You can go low. You can always be university. You can go low and you still get your job offer and you can settle in New Zealand and get your postgraduate work visa, okay? Now, let me quickly talk about New Zealand. Delexi, how are you? How are you guys? I'm trying to be quick and push a lot of information. How are you? Onyinye, how are you? How are you? Camel, how are you? Delexi, how are you? How are you? How are you, everyone? Thank you, guys. I have a skill assessment. Questions, ask questions as I'm talking. Please ask your questions so that I can pick it up as I'm talking. Now, let's quickly talk about New Zealand work visa. What do you call it? New Zealand, visitor visa, good. New Zealand visitor visa is different from Australia visitor visa. Each country has their pathway for visitor visas, okay? For New Zealand, you can work, okay? We have a comprehensive video on that. You can work. You can work. However, you can only work on certain visa, not all the job. You can't be going and looking for white collar job with that visitor visa. So is seasonal work employer, accredited seasonal work employer can only employ you. Seasonal work, something that is seasonal work is like agriculture, you know, a farm thing, construction, or maybe there is a disaster somewhere in one location or one region and they need people, mostly agricultural work, farm work, okay? And that visa will last you for 6 months. Some people say after 6 months, what? I said after 6 months, you know it is your business because it is the pathway you chose. I like to say the truth and let the people know what is involved. That visa can never be renewed while you are in New Zealand. It can never renew it. So in that 6 months, it's left for you to figure yourself out whether you'll be able to get something extra, get a job, or do a skill or a certificate that can push you up for you to get another job that is under the green list. Does it make sense? So green list probably in a temporary one that you work for 2 years and go for permanent residence, or you want to completely move to studies. It is completely yours. You will know there is no rest for you until you settle. So it's not going to be bed of roses. You know that 6 months is for you. It's not for you to chill. It's for you to stay in the country. Now you're acquiring, you have a reference. You have a country reference because you're now working. So what you're going to do about it? Are you going to quickly grab a skill or learn a trade or do anything or use your existing skill, do your assessment and stuff and switch over? It is entirely your business. Or you want to go and get married. It's still valid. Whatever you want to do under that 6 months. But that visa you are using, accredited seasonal work visa, you can never renew it. I always tell you the truth, okay? Australia, New Zealand does not take Australia positive skill assessment. But what I've said to people is that if I have New Zealand positive skill assessment, especially for caregivers that already have it now, when I'm writing my CV, I'll put it on topmost and say that positive skill assessment, I've acquired positive skill assessment from, I don't use abbreviation, I'll mention the name of the organization that gave me positive skill assessment as what and what and what. Don't just say I have a positive skill assessment on what, by who. So you need to mention this in, if it's me, I'll put it there because it's also going to be an added advantage because New Zealand recognizes anything from Australia, but they cannot just take it and make you not to do any of their process. But at least it shows that you actually have something that is true, that have been verified by a trusted authority. I don't know whether that makes sense. So that is where it comes to play, okay? You have a sponsor, great. Follow your sponsor bumper to bumper, Camille. Don't leave your sponsor. Follow your sponsor bumper to bumper. That is the easiest way to bumper to bumper. Go find a job in New Zealand. Find a job in Seek Indeed, and I share other sites. There's Wellington something, I can't remember them often, but there are a lot of sites I shared in my video here on how to migrate to New Zealand. Okay, how to find a New Zealand visa is on my playlist. Okay, go find it. It will help you. All right. However, there are other countries, European countries and Asian countries that New Zealand can give work. What do you call that visa? The visitor visa that allow you to work. I'm not talking about the one you get after you've landed. I'm talking about the one that you go straight to work. Africa country is not there, okay? So if you have a passport of other countries that are not Africa or something, please check their website, New Zealand immigration website. They have visitor visa that allow people from different countries to work. Africa is not there. Let nobody deceive you, okay? If you're from Africa and you manage to get a New Zealand visitor visa, you are going there, you are going to plan and get your accredited seasonal work employer visa for 6 months and carry on from there, okay? Yes, with skill assessment, if I am not, if it's not for caregiver visa and I'm looking for TSS, I will not do skill assessment. Yes. Unless it is caregiver visa that they specify that you must do skill assessment. If I am looking for TSS for A2 visa, I will not do skill assessment. I will be looking for job. When I get a job, then me and my employer, if my employer said the process, if the visa process warrants me, because not everyone that does skill assessment for visa 482, then I will go. Unless it's for caregiver that is specified that you must have skill assessment. If not, if it's me, I will not. I will look for job first. Okay. So you want me to drop the website online here? How do you even go out to Google? If you cannot watch my video and go to my playlist, Fidelis. If you cannot click on my playlist on this channel and look for my New Zealand playlist, please go to Google and search New Zealand immigration website. Google will show you. Okay, when you see it, you will know. It's not a blog. Okay. Your wife is a nurse, a graduate, 7 years experience in New Zealand, Australia or New Zealand. Okay. New Zealand now is writing exam. That process has changed. If you're going to New Zealand, first you write English, do self-check online, and there are exams involved that you'll be written in New Zealand, not even in Nigeria. Then Australia is the same pathway. So your wife needs to write an exam, okay? There are two exams involved, OSCE's theory and practical section and stuff, but you need to write, if you're coming to Australia, you need to have your IELTS English test, 7.7 in all bounds, and it's academic. Okay, I have a full video here. Who is that person? Has fantastic academic IELTS. So when you say fantastic, I'm assuming she has 777. Please let it not expire. Do something with it. If the process you wants to follow, please have IELTS is to write exam. If you can afford it for her to come to Australia and write exams, good. If you want to follow the pathway for New Zealand, find the videos here. Is here also. Okay, the exam is the COCO. Okay, the COCO thing. All right, I'm assuming she's a registered nurse with BSc. She has a bachelor degree. If not, Australia will not be a good place to go. They will not recognize you. Where do you put person skill assessment in CV? CV, let me tell you, CV has no, it's not like a house you are building with a foundation that you cannot restructure. Once you build a house that is there, unless you break down and put. You can put it anyway. You can put it after your positive, what do you call it, a personal statement or professional statement, and you said, I obtain, and when you write a certificate again, you repeat it. No one will kill you. It is your CV. Okay, and when you do your personal statement, you can say, when you're writing it, you can mention it inside there in black and white. Under your qualification or something, you can also, certificates, you can mention it. Make sure it's obviously noted. No one will crucify you for putting that. It belongs to you. And if it's me, I'm going to shine it and shine it bright so that everybody that pick my CV will see it. First thing they will see. Okay, Onyinye, I hope that makes sense to you. Now, if the company send me a sponsor, can I apply? Now the pathway is immigration. Okay, Camel. You see, when I say to people, when you are looking for a job, be calming down. Okay, like the lady I shared that got meat inspection job. Her visa process was handled by the company. If you are looking for a job and want to come via visa sponsorship, be calming down. You don't have much stress. Once you get a job, your employer will give you information to fill and document to submit. They will have immigration agents from that country that will sort your visa out. It's not you that will apply once it's a visa sponsorship, okay? So in New Zealand as well, if it's a visa sponsorship, they will handle it. And if they employ you, there's no one that will employ you and throw you away, because the reason to employ an overseas trained person is to make sure the person lands in the country. So they cannot just employ you and throw you away to go and do your visa. No, the process has not stopped. The process will stop by the time they bring you over. So they are still with you. You should not be stressing, Camel. Okay? I don't know what you mean there's no big difference. There is age difference. Australia is 45. New Zealand is 55. Okay? There is big age difference between Australia visa and New Zealand visa. Yes. Zenzi, how are you? Zenzi P, how are you? Long time. Yes, New Zealand is 55. Australia is no more 45. Oh, yes, you know this thing, Camel. Yes. New Zealand has a standard CV now. Fidelis, I'm going to refer you back to my video. In that video, there is a link to a website in New Zealand. They give you free I'm not going to take your money to restructure your CV or anything. I gave it out freely because I could hide it and use it to structure you when you pay me. But I gave it out freely. In that visa, in that, just go to a New Zealand playlist on this channel. There is a website, New Zealand government website, where they will show you how to structure your CV to New Zealand standard. Okay, I don't have the website offline, but I have shared it online on the screen in that video. Okay. From beginning to the end. Okay, let's go in. This live is going to last for 30 minutes or less. Favor from New Zealand. What do you mean this is a favor from New Zealand? You have been aware. I listened up some teachers who started her immigration journey in April 2024 and she landed in South Australia a week ago. Visa for... Okay. Bana, you know, I said it. Thank you for that news, Bana. I said it. Remember that comprehensive video I made about migrating to New Zealand as a teacher? You do not need an agent. Bana, thank you for that testimony, okay? A lot of people are utilizing it. When I say teachers, I say stop looking for a job unless you do your skill assessment and get registered. I made a comprehensive video and people are using it. You must have teaching qualification. Whether you teach for 1 million years, they don't care. You must have that qualified teaching qualification, whether it's NCE, a certificate with 120 teaching hours and stuff. So probably this person has packaged herself very well, do her thing. Teachers are needed. And I say you today, I said, between a nurse and a teacher that apply for visa today, the teacher's visa will come out first before the nurse. Just to tell you how much Australia need teachers. Okay, so Bana, congratulations to this person. I know it's possible. People are cashing out on it. Congratulations. It takes a lot to package yourself. One thing is to know the steps and see if you can provide the information. If you keep doing a process and you jump out to follow another process, you will keep on running up and down. You'll be going like this. So once you have a process, Jenkins always provides a process step by step. Follow that step. Keep going until you get everything you want and you should. You do not need agents. Sometimes agents will frustrate you. You won't even know the stage you are in. You will just be going sheepishly, ignorantly, without knowing anything. Okay, sometimes doing it yourself is the key. BSc graduate, no, there's always sponsorship for nurses, but you have to be registered with APRA. That is the thing. Just like I say to the teachers, you're going to look for a job in Australia without being registered, doing the right process. You are wasting your energy, your time, your data, your strength. You are wasting it. It can never happen. The same thing with the nurse. You cannot be looking for visa sponsorship without being registered with APRA or ready to register with APRA, which means you already know the process. You will tell the agent, see where you are. Oh, what happened? What happened? Oh, I know what happened now. Okay. Okay. My light went off. I don't know why, but maybe it's telling me it's enough now. Stop talking. Maybe it's timed. I don't know. All right. So, yes, there's visa sponsorship, but you have to do your